All right. So here we are. Day two of the journey has begun. And I figured it would be nice to start with what we worked on yesterday. Um, this is what we came away from 30 minutes of sculpting and yapping. Um, I had a burst of energy after recording last night after work, and I kind of just spent some time after posting and on YouTube and everything, just looking at this and saying, I don't really get what it is, and I know I wasn't holding myself to any real standard there, but I did put some more time into it, and I'll show that to you now. But first, I want to show you. I did say in the last video, I mentioned that I would show you the practice before we really started. So you'll see up here it's the sixth. This is the fifth. Oops, never mind. I ordered that incorrectly. But anyways, we'll get to that later maybe. This is what I kept working on. I had said I didn't really want to attack the body or anything like that, but I figured I would give it a chance and just go ahead with it. So I made a very jacked dog thing. You'll see we try to fix the ears just by kind of hiding the internal detail there, kind of turn them upside down or flop them. And I actually kind of like the way it turned out. It's pretty cute. And we did some alterations to the face to make it look more dog than what we discussed last time, which was more horse. Do not pay too much attention to the toe beans. They are, oh no, yeah, there's something. So it was a matter of like trying to figure out proportions. As you can see, the head is immense and the body is not. Not entirely sure how to fix that. I kind of just left it that way. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to start fresh, but I just wanted to kind of highlight that and show that there was an attempt made in the after hours to extrude out using the snake hook tool, which is, oops, somewhere. Uh, this one here. It was great for pulling the neck that we had and just kind of working from there. So I didn't add more objects and join them together and remesh from there. This was just pulling, um, and I now see that it looks a bit crazy. But anyways, that was where we ended up late-ish last night um, with that model. Anyways, then maybe behind this is yes, sir. Megamind himself, the big brain. This was the night before. Trying a person. Haven't done a lot of this. I think I've tried like one or two times in the past being a human. This is like not a human. This is an alien. This is uh this is scary. But um when not an orthographic view, it looks, like maybe if you put some hair on it, it wouldn't be too scary. So we're not going to go with this today, but I just want to show you that I did practice a bit in advance because I didn't want to play the fool um, entirely. So let's go ahead and restart from nothing and do the 30 minutes. I know I've used 3 of my 30 minutes just for this, but yeah, just want to throw that out there just to start the video. So I don't need that. Let's get in on our icosphere. Oops, make a new one. So again, I'm coming here with no idea what we want to do. I'm really tired and a long day at work, so I'm not gonna lie, I do not want to be doing this right now, which is really bad attitude considering the the goal I've set for myself. But I'm just gonna be honest about it, and still here and trying. So that's all that matters. Okay, what are we thinking? Yesterday we kind of just started pulling things, and I'm feeling a bit goofier today. I think I might want to make a weird character. Um, Maybe something more eldritch horror like than what we did yesterday, which was maybe a more timid introduction to the channel or to my my mind. Um, so yeah, just get right into it. I'll start the music going earlier this time. Again, this is going to be copyright-free music, royalty-free from Alexander Nakarada. Check him out. I really like that he has his music available for people to use, and his link is in the bio or the description, I suppose. So I'm going to be more chill tonight and maybe not talk as much because I'm tired, like I mentioned. Holy moly. What do we have here? I know what we have. Advanced. Front faces only. Let's see if that helps. So I think what happened there is that because the radius of my brush is so great, it started affecting the opposite side of the mesh. That looks better. So, just to keep you guys in the loop what I'm thinking here, I kind of like the idea of like a tower shield here. So getting away from kind of the faces, although there's going to be maybe a face here to some extent. So like a tall shield that might be wielded by some sort of like wood elf or something would be kind of a cool vibe. Imagining like some sort of tree all father kind of vibe where maybe the elves are like worshipping some sort of tree spirit or something. Anyways, that just came to mind, so we're just gonna go with it. So I like these big cavities for where the eye would go, but I don't think I'd actually would want an eye necessarily in there, so how do I want to do this? I'm kind of hesitant to crank the detail right now, but I think I kind of need it. So I want to play around with maybe just defining more with like the negative space, what could be there. Yeah, I don't think I want like a protrusion for the eye. I actually think I just leave the hole there. And if we were to texture this with color or something, that would be a good place to maybe some sort of like red emission or something. It'd be kind of fun. So I'm already thinking about how do I make it more tree-like. I mean, gosh, I think this is kind of fun. And imagine, I mean, sort of thorns, maybe like a beard of thorns. That could be kind of fun. There will have to be a mouth in there, so maybe just block that out. Does there even have to? Well, let's just place where it would be. I think maybe if we do enough spikes, coming out dramatically enough. This first two came out nicely. I don't know if there has to be necessarily that many. I like the idea of kind of having for something like this, it might be to our advantage to not have it symmetrized, but ultimately, just take more time. And we don't have time in a 30-minute sculpt, so we're just gonna let it rip. Maybe more. Coming up there. I'm sure we could go in here with the polish brush and just separate these and make nice little thorns out of them. Maybe like here. Really define them a little better. You know, this is really funky. uh, I like it. Pull up the center area. Now that is something I would not want to get bashed with if I were to be attacking this kind of shield wall of bearded tree shields. That's good. Definitely didn't think this would be what I'd be doing tonight, but. Oh, wow. I think I do maybe want to just like get a little tiny little mouth in there. Nah, more spikes. Bushy beard. You wouldn't see his mouth. I'm sure there's a way to like mask this so that it's not stretching the rest of it, but cool. Alright, let's put some work in on this nose. Give it some more oomph. Like they did having kind of like a hooked kind of nose, kind of like Saruman or something from Lord of the Rings. That can be kind of flat. Definitely interesting shape. I'm fine with it though. Now for the head, this kind of crown. I'm trying to envision what I don't, some sort of horns, maybe not thorns, but like antlers could be. I wouldn't really want it to obscure the vision of the defender if it really were to be used as a shield. Maybe it did. Yeah, I don't know. Well, no point second guessing. Oops. This is a poor creative choice. I don't know why. I don't know why I went with that. I don't think it fits the aesthetic, and I'm not doing a very good job of it either way, so let's scrap that. On one hand, I want there to be something here, but on the other, I like the simplicity of this kind of just. Interesting. I found myself in a position where yesterday I said, which I disliked, the lower eye being protruding more than the upper. And I agree with that statement I made yesterday. Something about it just doesn't feel right. I feel like I've found the edge of my creativity tonight. I'm exceedingly tired, but I think this is a cool little idea for a little character. I'm I'm gonna be gentle on myself today. I'll ponder this a bit more. Sometimes simplicity is king. In this case, I think it might be. So we'll just do some smoothing out. I wonder how to make this into a very sharp. Like if I wanted to make this pointy, my gut reaction is to just snake hook it. Oh, okay. So similar to what we did on the beard. And then I guess just clay strip to fill out the. Smooth that. Okay. So yeah, that's how I would do like horns, I suppose. If I wanted to, I would extrude out and then you could do some kind of cool. Oh my goodness. And then I could get lost in here for a long time. I think for tonight, it's just to smooth everything out as much best I can. Maybe add some more flick of the wrist with the snake hook to give it a little bit more strength. All right. Well, I'm glad I did that little last part. This, I don't know, I kind of experimented there at the top. It looks a bit scaly for me. Not sure I would continue that. Kind of creasing and then highlighting those edges with more of it. And maybe I could just revisit that part of it. But I actually am really liking how this turned out. It looks kind of like, obviously more worn and weathered and more like a tree. Yeah. If you watched my first video, I was yapping like crazy. This one, I was just a little more dialed in and focused, and like I said a few times, kind of tired after a long week. I'm really glad that I sat down here to at least attempt something. I think this is a cool little guy. I like the look of him. Made some interesting creative decisions. I think we fixed a lot of the issues with the eyes looking kind of funky. I did our best to add a kind of barky kind of texture to him. I'm sure we could have fun texture painting this thing if I ever retopoed it and tried actually working on it. So yeah, this is our tree man face shield slash maybe could be built out into a character. It's pretty flat, so maybe it would just be, I don't know. I like it a lot. So thanks if you stuck around to the end. I know this is a quiet one. Just kind of working in silence and enjoying the process. I'll be back again tomorrow for another 30-minute daily sculpt. This one went over a bit, 41 minutes, but you know, it is what it is. Appreciate everyone who's followed me this far on day 2. And let's just keep improving, keep iterating, keep getting better. I have some plans on my weekend to maybe watch some videos and get some inspiration. If I do that, I will keep track of what I watched, and maybe we can go over it briefly in the preamble and just make a point of trying to implement certain techniques or maybe practice methods going forward, because I know you can't just beat your head against something and in practice. You do need some guidance sometimes, and if this is what we're pulling off, just kind of winging it, then surely it can only get better with some wise words from our fellow YouTubers who are a lot more experienced than I am. So thank you. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.